She could fix me. It's been 3 months now since Hayley Welch, the Hawk Tuah girl, completely redefined what it means to go viral. And in a world that often feels godless, she became a millionaire. I mean, good for her, right? Honestly, I think she's winning. But soon the backlash hit. The internet seemed to pile on her. And for what? Hitting the jackpot? Am I the only one who thinks this is crazy? Almost overnight, the hate started rolling in. People tearing her down. And not in a playful way, but with genuine disdain. Within days, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, every platform exploded with memes, remixes, and parodies of her words. The internet couldn't get enough. Some found it funny, which is fine, that's what the internet's here for.
Accompanied with a sticky, wet smile.
But others were quick to judge and criticize her. Are people really upset that she's now rich and has a podcast? Let's remember, she wasn't a celebrity before this. She was a regular person spreading the good word of the Lord.
That Hawk Tuah
And became a meme. Look, I get the hate when celebrities launch a new podcast just to cash in or seem down with the kids, my homie dog.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
But she was a total nobody, just a normie off the street, and now she's thriving. Shouldn't we all be cheering for that? I'm confused. And that's what this video is about. What her life looks like now and why she's facing so much hate. Real quick, in case you missed it somehow, or have a life. Hayley became famous after a random street interview where she dropped the now iconic Hawk Tuah phrase. It took the internet by storm for like 8.5 minutes. By the way, let me just say, this isn't a video of me glazing her. Although, goddamn, I'm not saying I wouldn't, am I right, guys?
No, that wasn't me, that was a spooky ghost!
Hayley was quickly taken under the plastic surgery-riddled wing of nobody's favorite comedian, Whitney Cummings.
Yeah. There's a pop, crack, pop, daddy,
And was set up with all the trappings of vapid celebrity life, moving to LA and starting her pointless podcast. But Dork Dave, you say? It sounds like you don't like her. No, I don't respect her. That's the difference. But as a human in the world, I'm still happy for her. She now has heaps of money and doesn't have to work. That's what I'm defending. I get the vibe a lot of people genuinely don't like that she's now rich. I remember when the meme first broke, everybody was loving her.
You got a Hawk Tuah spit on that thing, girl. It's massive.
She's famous now.
I love moments like that where one weird video, it's so funny that the whole world sees.
She's the most famous person on the planet right now.
And like any meme, it was bound to fall off, but this is the first one I can remember that went straight from the height of the meme to people actively hating it overnight. She popped up at some sporting event to a silent crowd, and people on the internet acted like she was begging to be there. They 100% asked her to come and probably paid her, but it's like people can't handle her newfound fame, as if it was her fault for going along with it. From what I saw, she was using her 15 minutes of fame to give money and supplies to animal shelters.
Everybody in the comments said how I have 15 minutes of fame, and if that's the case, I'm going to spend it doing something good. What do you want your dog to do? Oh, Jesus, they're right here these chairs? Yeah.
Even while I'm guessing she assumed she would go back to being broke again. I think it was the news of her starting a podcast that really rubbed people the wrong way. Out of nowhere, she went from being a nobody, a random person on the street, to somebody who now has a mic and a platform. And for some, that was the ultimate betrayal of the internet's love. As soon as I heard the first guest was Whitney Cummings, I knew she had gotten her claws into our lovely Hayley. Now, Whitney Cummings is very funny, and if you don't believe me, just ask Whitney Cummings.
I know that you guys laughed, and if anyone says this isn't good, they're judging you. Like, I went all over the country, I went everywhere, and I just really feel good about that.
That's great.
Like, this has worked everywhere for a while.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. Bullshit.
But seriously, this partnership didn't do Hayley any favors in the eyes of her newfound critics. Whitney's been around a while, and her style of comedy and fame isn't exactly something people love about her. But for Hayley, this was her next step in the fame playbook, and honestly, good for her. Even if it wasn't everyone's favorite move, you can't blame her for taking it. Since then, she's released 8 more episodes of Talk Tuah, which by the way is such a good name for a podcast, with guests like Jojo Siwa in one podcast, and another podcast where they talk about comedian Matt Rife, 2 entertainers who, let's just say, operate on the same wavelength. The memes around Talk Tuah, on the other hand, were and still are some top-tier memes. Some top-tier quality memes. some juicy memes. Even Mr. Beast took a swing at his own version of the meme, which, to be honest, came at a bit of a weird time, while his empire was crumbling a little. Not the best look, Jimbo, but you gave it a shot. So, why do I think she's winning at life? Hayley went from total anonymity to meme fame, and then straight into that strange corner of the internet where fame meets hate, and hate meets profit. She didn't ask for the fame, but she used her 15 minutes and made the most of it. Sure, she has a garbage podcast. So what? Add it to the pile.
That is one big pile of shit.
People might think it's cringe, but the truth is she's out here winning and making money. She's living her best life with financial freedom and a platform she never expected. And at the end of the day, maybe we can all learn a little something from her story. When life gives you a penis...
Feel like whoosh kebabs right French, get French.
Oh shit, sorry, wrong clip.
Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah.